I was just listening to this on the radio today. So he...
Can you...
Her
Sorry, I
her
can't
boyfriend's
get you
from
both in
Ghana,
there.
immigrant, Muslim, and he's all Trump, and he has been since day one. And they were fighting. Like, she went to vote for Bernie, he went to vote for Trump. I guess they're from Chicago. And she saw Bernie get burned, and she's like, and he's basically saying, come on, honey, get on the train. And now she's like his vice chairman of Minority Outreach. She's super articulate. She's super highly motivated. It's just beautiful.
I don't really want Hillary to win that bad.
I would think, if I was a Bernie supporter, I'd be so pissed.
I would. I'm like, honestly, she's so corrupt. She's such a liar.
Yeah, but I think...
I've always been like, Trump has always been my, like, he wants to bring down that military complex we have. He wants to tear that apart. He was like going into the Iraq, tearing it up. We gotta stop doing that.
It was terrible.
We gotta focus on America.
Right.
We gotta make America great again. We gotta focus on our infrastructure.
So what's holding you back? It sounds like you're on board.
Because I don't know, just morals. A lot of people, wouldn't like it. I'm just like, I just won't vote, and I'll let fate decide.
Yeah. So I think...
But I hope he wins.
You do?
Yeah.
You hope he wins, but you ain't voting.
I ain't voting, no.
Because you figure there's no point in Washington, or what?
Oh, there's probably no point in Washington. That, too. Washington's a Hillary state.
Right.
There's no way.
But it's a Bernie actually kicked Hillary's butt in Washington.
Of course, because we're all about, like, your new kind of socialist kind of establishment where we're, like, about the people, and the people are the... Here in Seattle, everybody's, like, trying to do their own thing. So when we see somebody like Bernie come to the thing and he's like, let's rebuild, let's do like a socialist order, let's move minimum wage up, let's be for the people, like it says, the Constitution for the people, and let's do that. Seattle's very people-esque. We're very like, the greater good kind of idea.
Right.
And Bernie's all about the greater good.
Right.
And so we saw him and we were like, that's insane.
Yep. Yeah, it was exciting, and I knew the whole time that he didn't have a chance because of the whole
system,
the way the Democrat primary works with the superdelegates.
I don't even know what the hell that is. They're just like, she wins. It's terrible. Oh my god. And not even on the superdelegates. She could have won with just delegates. But she had rigged all of the votes. There's like millions and millions of uncounted Bernie votes that they just like got.
So fraud.
Yeah, fraud. She did so much illegal stuff. She's such a criminal, and that's what bugs me about it. It's like they say Trump, he's a bad businessman, but it's better than having a criminal as your president.
Well, I was talking to a guy earlier today, and he's like, well, Trump's had 4 bankruptcies out of hundreds of businesses. Percentage-wise, it's not that...
That's not that bad, no.
Not at all. I mean, he's made a lot of money. I think Trump and Bernie actually have more in common than Bernie and Hillary have in common.
Oh, yeah.
And, from the war, like you said, Iraq and all that.
Bernie and Hillary have nothing in common. Hillary has just changed her appeal to be for those Bernie supporters.
She'll say whatever it takes.
She's saying whatever it takes to get fucking votes. And it fucking makes me sick.
And that's what I like about Trump. He says outrageous things sometimes, but I don't feel like he's ever really lying to us.
No, he's a person. He's a businessman who said, hey, I'm tired of this political regime. I'm tired of this military complex. I'm tired of the whole country falling apart from the inside out.
Right.
And I want to do something about it because I have power, I have money, I'm going to do it.
And he's not for sale.
He's not.
And that's again how Bernie and Trump are similar, is that Bernie railed against Goldman Sachs and the bankers controlling everybody, he's talking about Hillary. And just recently he said, don't give in to the bankers. Basically he's saying vote for Trump.
Yeah,
I think because Bernie's wife apparently begged him, do not endorse Hillary, please don't.
Oh yeah, no,
But
dude, they probably swindled him somehow.
They bought him a house.
Yeah, no, they probably did something weird.
They bought him a house and a car.
Not only did they probably bought him a house, there's probably some torture chamber in the bottom of the house. And they probably threatened his family.
Ooh, that's dark.
Yeah, no, it's fucked. I'm all into that Illuminati kind of conspiracy.
Yeah, Hillary's scary, man. I don't trust her for...
Oh, man. Fucking deathly afraid of her. And her tax plan's shit. like you and me, we're getting taxed 5% more on our income. That's fucking bullshit. Trump and everyone thinks that Trump isn't going to tax the rich, but he is. He's going to.
Lying piece of shit.
Eat me!
There's no fucking Democrat for Trump. Fuck.
Fuck off!
You're an asshole. Admit it.
He comes and bugs us every time we come here.
That's hilarious, dude.
I stopped being
No,
nice.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Is these people are so bitter to their very core.
They're unbelievably
Yeah, that's
hateful.
the
They can't even agree with another person's opinion.
They
Or
can't
just-
even tolerate
They
another
can't
person.
even tolerate another. They can't even see it.
See
on
what
the
we're up
street
against?
without fucking freaking out. And it's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Don't you have any kind of perspective, any kind of, empathy for anybody else?
It's
but
the
yourself?
we call the tolerant left.
Yeah, the tolerant
Yeah,
left.
like it's ridiculous. It's like, can't you think for anyone but yourself? That's what it really is. It's just like.
It's pathetic. I mean, these people
I've seen
are.
that guy has come and we set up a table a couple times, and he always comes and harasses us. He's so angry.
It's so angry.
It's
inside.
pathetic because they're acting.
It's laughable. It's so pathetic. It's
They
laughable.
they call us Nazis, and they're the ones that act like Nazis.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
No,
it's
They call it
unbelievable.
the tolerant left.
The tolerant left. Yeah, holy mackerel. All right. All right, my hands.
What's your name?
Kate,
Caden Andrew.
nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, man.
Tom.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Not easy doing what we do, Caden.
I know, I see. Yeah, it's a
But I
struggle.
enjoy it anyway. Because we get enough, because we set up over there, we set up at tables and stuff. Some people jog by and they're like, they're secretly happy,
Yeah.
but they can't be out. They're like, and then some people are like straight up high five. Some people are like, how dare you, like that guy, just full of venom. Oh, you're one of the loving leftists. I just want to hug you. And then one dude, we were out in front of Seahawks Stadium on Friday.
Yeah.
And this dude comes up, and we had a bunch of signs. We're standing right at the entrance of the stadium, so all these people are walking by us. Big old Trump sign. And this dude comes up, red hair, red beard. It's like, the fascists, the haters. And he's shouting while he's pointing to us, standing right next to us. And he's like, if you want to have the homophobes, blah, blah, blah. He's just shouting, and he's like making our life miserable. And I just walked-
That's the reason I can't vote for Trump is that he's anti-abortion. His vice president is anti-abortion, anti-gay rights, and I'm like,
So what's the worst thing that's going to happen, and it might happen, is it'll go back to the states. Every state will have its own.
It have its own legal marriage system, and I think that's fine. I mean, as long as the states are doing something about it, That's why we kind of have that separate government. But it's like it's almost at the point where it's like state doesn't need federal government anymore.
Well, it's always been the tension in our republic is how much power to give the states and how much power to give the feds. Some matters are left up to the states, and then some matters the federal government takes charge. But what I was gonna say is, so this dude, he walks up to us, he's like pointing at us. There's the homophobes. Here's the racists. And I just walked over to him and I said, the same thing I said to you. I said, were you a Bernie supporter? Attitude totally changed. He stopped yelling and he just had a conversation for 20 minutes. Friendly dude. That's all I did was ask him, were you a Bernie supporter? And then he got really thoughtful and became a human being.
He was
Stopped
not
being an asshole.
He was nice. Yeah, it was great.
And I'm curious because there's a lot of people who are really bummed about Bernie, and again, I think
I'm bummed about Bernie, man. But it's just like it's the political system, man. It's people in power that want to stay in power, and they'll do whatever they can.
whatever it takes.
You know.
Got that right.
So did you hear Trump's latest slogan is drain the swamp? He's going to go to Washington and drain the swamp. He really wants to chase out the corruption.
Oh, fuck yes.
I love it.
I like it. I like it.
And that's the other thing. The other thing that Bernie and Trump had in common were anti-war. I don't know if you know this, but Bernie believes in borders. He actually believes that we should have control over our actual
We
borders.
should. And you know what also Trump and Bernie were going to do is not sign the
That's the other
transcontinental
one.
train agreement.
Right.
And that's another thing I'm like, oh, Trump's got my vote for that.